Paradox charges in Act 7.3.3 seem to be bugged. We investigate. Have Kabam docked points in Alliance War seasons for alleged cheaters last night? What will happen with season rewards and the advertised compensation as well today? And is Wong coming to the game this year? Yes, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Wednesday. Make sure as well to hit the like button and subscribe with post notifications on all. Really close to 62,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for the love and support. And also massive thanks to those who give the love and support here as a YouTube member. You're on screen now and thank you so much for doing this. And also those who support as a Patreon. Again, you're on screen. Thank you very much for doing this and supporting me and being a creative person doing Marvel swipes. And also support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. That's where I do a lot of my live streaming. I've had to do a lot of late work for another company, which has meant that I haven't been able to get a live stream in, but should be live streaming today. He says, fingers crossed. It does actually look like I'm going to be free actually to live stream. So I'll see you later on. But before we go anywhere, I just want to give a thank you to this video's sponsor, Toner, and the amazing TC40 microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Toner TC40 condenser gaming microphone. The TC40 is perfect for streaming, recording, podcasting, voiceover work, and indeed gaming. With very little latency, this is an ideal microphone to add to your setup. Go check out the TC40 in the link in the description down below. But rest assured, if you want to find the best budget microphone, then look no further than the TC40. As Toner have innovated the way this microphone is put together. If you get the kit, which you can see in the link in the description, you'll get the pop filter and shock mount, both amazing additions to this particular microphone and the Toner range of products. Now just quickly, let's put this microphone through its paces in some game. And one of those games is Phasmophobia, which it's a great game for testing out microphones because it relies incredibly on sound and sounds you make, as well as ghosts hearing you. Where are you? Oh god! Right, well it heard me using the microphone, so the TC40 definitely does work with Phasmophobia. That was a bit scary. Now let's do the usual test in Call of Duty Warzone. You can see above my head that it's coming up with RichTheMan and making kind of like sound noises, so it's definitely being picked up. So this is good. Yep, security area. Scope. Right, let's go secure that. I've personally been using Toner products for the best part of a year and highly recommend them. In particular in my second office where I do some work for another company and required to have a microphone where I do things like voiceovers and various other bits of recording. I've been using their products and, as I said, recommend them. And I can honestly say that the TC40, which has recently been added to the Toner product line, is the best so far, especially at capturing high quality sound and reducing of unwanted background noise. And finally, the amazing thing about this brilliant budget microphone is that it's incredibly plug and play. Like, I've just plugged this in, recorded this and the entire video using this microphone. All information in the description down below. And thanks to Toner for sponsoring this video. Yeah, thanks again to Toner for sponsoring this video, and in particular the entirety of the video is going to be recorded using the TC40, which is actually my favourite product that they've released so far. Now we've got to get into some news. Yes, we've got to get into some news. We've got to talk about what's going down. So, first thing is all about Act 7.3.3. The path in question is the Paradox buff Entropic Burn Quantum Entrangle Spite path of Act 7.3.3. This player said, I did not gain any buffs from Dex in the entire time. I know that Quantum Entangle reduces defensive ability accuracy when below 3 paradoxes, but I have seen numerous videos on YouTube where players are still able to gain the buff from dexterity and then get above 3 paradox charges. Is this a bug, and am I supposed to be able to gain a buff from dexterity, or am I not supposed to? I think it just goes to show like how paradox have really been, well, sort of a big mistake. I mean, I know that we've kind of like been reworked in the sense of like the amount of charges you need and how the kind of interaction with the path and how, you know, it's not as overly complicated or overly unfair as it once was. But many players have come to this particular thread since January to kind of post that they're seeing kind of like similar things with similar frustrations. It definitely looks like it seems to be specific based or potentially specific based. And one such example is, I think in certain champs it's only happened to me whilst using Human Torch. Bishop wasn't fun fight on that path, but still only used 2 or 3 revives, blah blah blah, etc etc. To follow up on the 3 counters, Guillotine 2099, Guardian and Human Torch are the ones it seems lost, broken on. Those 3 champions I couldn't get to work no matter how many times I tried. Someone said same issue, tried Namor and Guillotine 2029, no buffs from Dex, taking a pass until fixed. And still very much kind of in the unknown on this situation, with some saying that if it's class advantage, it could be a problem. Here's a still right here of Human Torch against MCOC, which is the class advantage. And yeah, like it just seems that there's either something not right, something is potentially broken. Not really sure. I'm yet to do this. I think this month I do plan to go back in and explore this, and in particular that particular path. But it would be interesting to see if a member of Kabam team, if indeed, because I did see that someone said that they sent a video to Cam to send to the dev team, but there's been no answer. So if there's anybody from Kabam watching, please have a look at the thread. Link is in the description down below. And yeah, just give some answers to people that may be a little bit confused about what is going on with this, if it's broken and if it's not. And now let's move on and talk about Alliance Wars. Now, Alliance Wars seasons, as you know, is always a fun-filled bag of delightfulness. But look, we've got a 2-part to this one. Part 1 is going to be about something that seems to have dropped over last night, and that was some war rankings. So I'm still trying to piece together a lot of this, and it's very difficult to get all of that info in before we record the news show on any given day. But I saw like a thread pop up about people seeing their rankings kind of drop, and someone saying here war rankings are not there and the new season countdown has started. So there could have been a bit of a mistake. And also change of rankings, and yeah, so like someone saying we dropped to gold. Usually it's the docking that occurs, and this time that's why you'll see some changes, and that may be the case. I think somehow thinks we're in season 32 now, off season I guess, and it's fixed. So there's a lot of things kind of going in on this, and I don't know really what to kind of like focus the attention on, but I definitely think that war ranking drop could be something quite important, in particular because I have been, whilst recording, messaged on Twitter with someone claiming that they have dropped considerably on their war ranking. To put you in a picture of the stuff that I've been contacted with whilst I've been recording is this. So here's an example. I'm not going to be showcasing which the alliance is, because at the end of the day, we don't really know. If there's been a visual bug when it comes to what has happened, and in a nutshell, this particular player and his alliance have lost 1 million points. Now, when I remember back in the day when I used to do this, do Alliance Wars, that is, it used to be like, right, well, if you lose about 1 million points, it may be a case that somebody has been, the alliance has been docked because of a cheater within the alliance. Not to say it has or hasn't been, but the fact is you've got to kind of have different options on the table of the excuse or kind of reason that this has happened. The second thing is that Kabam do be Kabam, and that's pretty much a thing that once it all ends with Alliance War seasons, that maybe it will then revert back to like being fine. Don't know that's going to be the case, but it could be the case that could happen. But I would say, expect the unexpected on this stuff. And for this player saying that they had 8 mil points, and then it's a case that now they have 7 mil points, there's definitely something that's gone on, whether or not it's internal with the alliance or basically associated with, as we said, the problems that Kabam have gone, right, well, in the last 24 hours, they've done something, they've played about with stuff, they've reset something, and it could be an issue. We're still waiting to find out what has gone down with that, but if your alliance is dropped, could be the reason why. It could be that you maybe had a naughty person in your alliance, potentially. The second part to this story is going to be about compensation and the whole situation of Alliance War seasons this particular season. Season 31, like many other seasons, has been problematic. There doesn't seem to be a season that goes by that runs smoothly. And if a lot of you remember, start of the month we had the double defenders or extra defenders bug, where other people getting extra defenders, which improved, I think, like if things did really well, then improved your attack bonus, which is seen as an unfair advantage. And then also on the other with the shoes on the other foot when it comes to like, right, well, if there's difficult defenders, they even brought sufficient counters, then that can be a problem. Okay. The second thing that went wrong was that we had the input bug, the one that affected Android players, and the fact that, you know, stability in this game, input game is just a general kind of problem until we get the new input system. That's going to be delivered towards the next month's update, with it going in more prevalence and more volume of players that can play it in April, May, and continuing on, because it is a big thing and hopefully a big improvement. Now, going back to the subject of compensation and things like that, Kabam have said and did say that there would be something there for players. So, as I said here, regardless of the season cancelled or not, which it wasn't cancelled in the end, you can expect the rewards for the tier you place in to be paid out on the regular payout date, with the additional compensation to follow separately through an in-game message at a later date. So let's kind of go with, what is it, today, maybe latter point today, maybe at push tomorrow, depending on the amount of tiers it's got to be dished out for. You could see compensation out, no compensation, you could see your rewards tier out today, your rank tier. Then expected a later date, which, look, let's face it, replicating that if they're doing double amounts, it could be by the end of the week or pushing into next week. But do bear in mind, this is either going to be Kabam working on something else or, you know, time and all that stuff. Summoners will not have to remain in their current alliance to receive the compensation, but must remain in their alliance for regular Alliance War season rewards. So make sure to do that, to stay for a little while in your alliance, get your rewards, and then go just do what you want. If you want to move on, you can move on. It's up to you. It's your life. Live it. And now on to something very important. Is Wong coming to Marvel Contest of Champions? Yes, if you've seen the Multiverse of Madness trailer, you'll see Wong doing some amazing stuff, and I really hope that he gets his time to shine in this upcoming film. Now, some people have pointed out, well, you know, he doesn't have a favourable ending in some sort of comic book story arc, and it better not be the case. Bear in mind, this is the Multiverse of Madness, so let's face it, anything can really happen. But the question that I've wanted to kind of like get answered for a while is indeed Wong coming to Marvel Contest of Champions, because I do want him to come into the game, because he is a badass character, and I just kind of like, I really like him. I think I like him because it's like Benedict Wong is like a great actor, and I actually found out the other day that he's in, was it The Dark Crystal? So that kind of like show on Netflix, which I thought was like, wow, okay, so he's also been in a lot of other things as well, but it was just definitely brilliant to kind of like see him in that. And also he's in Kick-Ass 2, which not a lot of people know about, but he only gets a bit role, so I'm glad that he's getting some like major roles, Benedict Wong, because he is an absolute delight. Now, I was scrolling through the responses to that right there, the Benedict Wong kind of like action, and I was like, you know, we need to see more Marvel Contest Champions. And while Gabriel Frazera appears and says, sure, and the answer to, get me Wong this year I'm thinking Celebrity Challenge and second animation to go. So get me Wong in Marvel Contest Champions, and Gabriel Frazera says sure. So I am so excited if this is actually the case, that we are going to see Wong in Marvel Contest Champions. I theorized that this will be one of the characters going to put in. I had a feeling we might get like a Dark Doctor Strange, or maybe the one that's got like the two. If you've seen the trailer, you'll see that there's a Doctor Strange, not the kind of the big kind of like evil one, the one that's got the two white streaks in his hair. So I don't know if like all the Doctor Stranges combined it was going to be replicating the story of What If. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. But you know, it doesn't matter, because we could get Wong in Marvel Contest of Champions this year. Hell yeah! And finally, we move on to our last story, which is all about arena predictions. We have got Captain America Sam Wilson and Stark Enhanced Spidey going into the arena this week. My predictions for the arena are as follows. Now, I do think it's a bit much to say 180 mil for 6-star Cat Wilson. I think with the Blade arena and how it went down, like, I'm just kind of totally and utterly surprised that players would grind up. But at the end of the day, people grind, and 180 mil, even though it seems completely ridiculous, it kind of like feels like that is going to be the case, which is sad. We'll have to monitor this arena and we'll see what happens on Sunday with the results, but that's what I'm going with, sadly. 55 mil for the 5-star version of Cat Wilson, 6-star Stark Spider-Man, 40 mil, I think it's a fair for 6-star. It may be a little bit more than that, but I just kind of feel like I don't see a huge amount of players going out to grind it. The same thing with the 5-star version, which a lot of players already have, or it's not in the current meta for the opportunity, so people will just be doing it to just acquire it for synergies or whatever. It's a 15 mil for the 5-star. Those are my predictions. And that has been the Marvel Contest of Champions news show. Thanks again to Toner for sponsoring this video. Check out the TC40 in the link in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.